In the first apartment I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, make that the second apartment that I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada. There was a refrigerator with a freezer on top that had frost in it. You know, like a frost accumulating freezer. I left it accumulate the frost until I figured out how to defrost a freezer. Well, I mean, my house has a frost-free freezer, I guess you could say. Well, there was a freezer with frost in it in my first house in the basement. And I didn't ever see it be defrosted and drain all the accumulated ice. So when I did it, I just, turned off the refrigeration and freezer, like inside. I didn't unplug it. It was plugged in. So then I removed everything out of the freezer, and then I let it thaw, and all the water I had to clean up, like take out chunks of ice and put it in the sink, and it would melt and go down the drain. Yeah, so I was doing that until I got a new refrigerator and freezer in that same apartment. But then I lost the apartment altogether, but they owed that I don't need to defrost the freezer anymore. The landlords were charging rent for don't know what. And when I got the new refrigeration and freezer, I was really happy with it, but I don't like living with Charles Toe. Does anyone else pay rent to live with someone that they don't want to ever see in their whole life? Because Charles Toe's not here right now, and he's not been here since April, and it's October right now. And I hope I never see him again, because I don't actually want to buy a friend and live with him. I don't want to buy a sex offender out of prison. I don't want to conspire with a landlord that they don't know who's paying the rent and who did not pay the rent. They don't know where the money came from. They don't know whose money it is when they receive it in the office. And then when they give a receipt in the office, I don't want them to say that Charles Toe works for them in the office as a sex offender in the apartment. So I don't actually have anything in the conspiracy as how I can't get out of it. I don't have any leverage to get out of it because I don't have any threats in the threatening. I just don't. So I hope I never see Charles Toe again, but if he comes back here, I hope he never sees this video. I died in grace, yeah, but we'll see that later, I guess. Right now, it doesn't look too good. That's because you're still in your own genitals, and your genitals are in the consumption, even if you're new and alive, or if you're a good person because you don't speak. Then, like for example, a baby that doesn't speak. You want to start over this video? Thank you. Fuck all. Who are you talking to? Is that you and all your friends out there? Thank you. It's lonely at the top. Yeah, thank you. It's so lonely that my overlord is not as clean as I want it to be. Are you? You stand up for all your things that you are aliving that are against myself. Yeah, but only God knows. Yeah. If you believe in yourself, I am the soul of the superior founder deceased, and I know what that means in context. So stated in context, said in context, subjectives in context. I can see what it is that you love about yourself, and I can love that too. But you are in the motion of superior founder, alive, omnipresent. And when you love something about yourself, you are in alive, is how you can see that with yourself, about yourself. But because alive is, I'm going to use the word omnipresent, you have a burden of that you love something about yourself, but it's not yours because there's alive. And you don't alive with your illegal genital penis in view. You don't alive. And I'm not female genitals on the Godhead saying that. I have mutilated genitals on the Godhead. That's how I would say it now, here. This blanket is from Charles Toe, and he never used it. But I just got new sheets. And that's a new robe. I don't have a blanket. I don't know if I need one. It's nearing November. Oh, it's middle of October. Okay, it's middle of October. So do I want to order a new blanket for the new sheets? Yeah, but the bed is too short. A new blanket was not offered and the bed is too short. Well, last season of cold, I did use that blanket a few times. I like to be warm. It helps me to fall asleep. I don't have the heat on. That's the air conditioning on right there. And this would be the heat. So that would be red right there, right? Or lighted, let's just say. It will be lighted right there. I have not touched that, as in changed anything about the air conditioning since, I want to say, April or May. After Charles Toe left, somebody turned that on, and it's been on ever since. Okay, I just took this TV off the table and I set it down here. That's the cord. It still works, I think. But I need the whole table space this way. These are cleaning supplies covered by I want this to cover the rust, but that turns on. It's not really that it doesn't work. As far as I know, it works. I'm not going to turn it on myself and find out, but I'm just going to assume it works. So I don't think this will be adequate to cover it because there's rust. So the cleaning supplies are not ready to be used. I did some light cleaning today, but not with these cleaning supplies. No, I didn't use these cleaning supplies. The toothpaste, I need that with these toothbrushes in here. They're inside this plastic bag. There are 2 new toothbrushes sold separately in this plastic bag, and this is toothpaste I can use together, but it doesn't go with the cleaning supplies. Don't belong here because this place, you can't clean this. I'm not going to try and clean that. No, when I used to clean the floor in here, I didn't ever clean that up. I just did clean up my footprints. Those are footprints, but I can't clean them up because they're not footprints from outside. This doesn't belong here. It belongs in a house. And who bought a trash can? Are you telling me that God didn't give a house out with this trash can? If you don't have a house, you can live in a house with this garbage can and put your garbage in the garage of a house until it's time for the garbage truck to come and pick it up. because this is in an apartment. I don't think it wants to be here. It's not as clean as it needs to be for a nice new garbage can like that. Um, so who's having an emergency and doing something better than nothing? How do you know if you do something in your own emergency if that's going to be better than if you don't? Or what if you're in so deep that everything you do is wrong to God? That's sort of what I think about my last name, Moser. I think other people who abuse the last name Moser have put themselves in under a debt that is deeper than I've ever seen. And I'm saying that with the food supply I am talking over tonight is from somebody the same last name as mine, Moser. But I don't know him. Like, he didn't get the same last name, Moser, in the same place I did. Yeah, so he doesn't know. It's alive that way for me. He doesn't know how I got the last name Moser. Yeah, but he's giving me food, so that's great. Except it's not great that he's not been giving me food all of my life. So I need to watch the time on the pizza so I don't burn it. It's 7:13 p.m. and it's a 13-minute pizza. So I don't want to open the oven. If I turn on the light, it better be done. Yeah, I don't want to look at the pizza and wonder how long the temperature has been, 350, and how much did the pizza cook between the temperature being, room temperature and then heating up to 350. You're supposed to preheat the oven, but I don't want to uh, uh, insert my hand into a hot oven unless I'm going to take the food out because it's fully burnt that way. That's what's wrong with it. It's burnt that way. So I don't want burnt food, but I don't have another choice. There isn't somebody who would chef the food for me and let me eat it at this point. I'm on my own here. So how about 10 minutes from now? 7:24. Well, I think I'm done with this video.